Hi everyone, and welcome to TWF Friday Night's Smackdown. Corey Graves, Renee Young, and Wade Barrett here. And today on Friday Night Smackdown, we are going to have a good show here today on Friday Night Smackdown. Now you might wonder, why do we always do Friday Night Smackdown later? Because we always go out on Fridays about 10 and we don't get back to about 3 or 4. So that's why Friday Night Smackdown is always done later than all the other TWF uploads or live streams, which we don't really do anymore, Corey Graves says. You got that right, Renee Young says. We don't really do that much. Don't really do any live streams anymore. And hold on, we got to go and get something. I'll be right back. I don't like looking around. Well, sorry about that. We had to go get someone, so we're going to have a little downtime. Well, today's going to be a good show, Corey Graves said, because we got Roadblock from Hasbro's G.I. Joes from Ollie's here today. And we already got Duke. We got him from Big Lots. I think we got Cobra Commander or Deadly Snakehead. We got him from Big Lots too. And Epico, we got her from Ollie's. And Sergeant Slaughter, well, we got him from Ollie's too. And now we're gonna, well, that's right, Wade Barrett says. And I think his head shifted on a tip. His head shifted. We can't really do anything about it, Wade Barrett said. But forgive us for yielding so long to go down and get him. Well, that's right, Renee Young said. We got some needed time to our film, though. So here he comes now. Yeah, I can't get in here. Yeah. Alright, everyone. This is, alright everyone, it's Roadblock from, Hasbro's G.I. Joes. Shit. I got a gun, Yeah, no, I have a gun in that box over there. A toy gun, not a true gun. And, yeah, I just gave it away. It's a fake gun, yeah. And now we gotta see if we can get that out of the box. And I know a lot of folks might say a lot of things about the TWF over the year. Might say a lot of things about, about the TWF. About how, about how the TWF isn't doing good things these years. Or why don't we get the same watch time that the SMF gets. Well, I don't know, and I don't really care about those things. All I care about is saying I'm going to be in the King of the Ring, and today's one of the matches, and if I get in there, I'm going to wonder who I'm going to be fighting. So, anyone wants to fight me? Because I'm going in the King of the Ring this year. Alright? TWS going to do the King of the Ring the same day WWE does their one. So does someone out there want to think that they're man enough to fight me? Because I'm going to be getting into the King of the Ring, you know. Uh-oh. I think we got some bad news. Look, Corey Graves said it's Ric Flair. So, Roadblock, you finally got into TWF. Oh my God. Well, if you think that you can fight the Nature Boy or the Land Boy, think again. Because you'll never be two-wheel, you'll never be lean, you'll never be a Wayne driving, windy bird, sky chip flying, kiss stealing son of a gun. I don't want to be like you, Ric Flair, and I hardly doubt that you do all those things. You know, you, Ric Flair, may have been one of the on-looked wrestlers, but the way you behave and the way you behave, I don't really think everyone should be ashamed of yourself. I have never been ashamed of myself in my life. Is that right, Rick? Let's see. Everyone says that you don't have no trust to any wrestling business you work for, and you are willing to throw anyone under the lorry if it somehow would suit you. You see, right now you're going to tell everyone how Shao Kahn and Anthony Kong are the greatest wrestling business owners out there until the gal doesn't come in anymore. Or someone else gives you a greater deal. And then you'll tell everybody how Snaggy Tulo and Violent J are great, or Al Snow's great, or Robert Black's great, or Count Bourne are great, or Carlos Colon Alder's great, or Leonor Aber's great, or Ariel Dell and Patrick Whitesell is great. You're willing to tell anyone or Count Bourne's great. As long as the gal's right, you'll have trust, right? You have no right to tell me who I should or should not be trusted to. You never won as many winnings as I won. I won more winnings than you ever had. And I done more things than MACW, WCW, WWF, WWE, TNAW, and AEW you ever done in your life. Rick, I'm not going to say you haven't done a lot of things in the wrestling business. Yeah, you did. But if you think that you're going to beat me and then go woo yourself to the King of the Ring, think again. Well, I'm going to beat you. And then they won't just call me the Land Boy Ric Flair anymore. Woo! They'll call me King. Yeah, is that right, huh? Slicky Ricky, they're going to call you the King, huh? Well, we're going to have to see if Ric Flair can beat Roadblock here today on Friday Night Smackdown to get himself into the King of the Ring. And there's going to be one more match tomorrow on Rampage or Ran-Through for Roadblock to see who he'll be fighting at the King of the Ring. And now Roadblock's back in the ring now. Ric Flair's back in the ring now. And Roadblock coming right at Ric Flair. Oh, Ric Flair just poked him right in the eye. Knocked him down with those chops. Woo! We know how Ric Flair likes to play, how he likes to wrestle, how he's willing to do whatever it needs to do to win any match. Corey Graves says, we all know how he's behaved in MACW, WCW, WWF, WCW, WF, WE, TNAW, JCW, WWE, and AEW. And look, he's already won. And look, Renee Young said he's already hoping to put Roadblock, in the fellow four, and hoping him to yield, Renee Young said. Wade Barrett says if he can beat someone from the Hasbro G.I. Joes, then I will take my cap off and hat off to Ric Flair, because he has beaten a lot of folks. With that, Wade Barrett says. Uh-oh, Roadblock's getting up now. Roadblock's got Ric Flair and body slammed him. Ric Flair isn't doing very well, folks. None at all. And Roadblock is now going to put the end to Ric Flair. A kick to the head. Here we go. We got it. What we call that one? We call that the Might Slam. Or some might call it the Blade's Edge. Corey Graves says. I think that's a Might Slam, Renee Young said. Yeah, I really think it was more of a Blade Edge and not the Might Slam. You know? 1, 2, 3. Wade Barrett says, ding ding ding. Here is your winner. And now 1-1 in the King of the Ring, Roadblock. Well, it seems that Ric Flair has lost his match here today. You know that Ric Flair has lost his match here today against Roadblock. And now it looks like Roadblock will be in the King of the Ring. And it's been some time since the Toy Wrestling Gathering has done a King of the Ring. Or a King or Queen of the Ring. Because we had Kings and Queens, you know, long before WWE thought about doing it. Well, does that mean that means Corey Graves said that Roadblock could be fighting someone who could be a woman, and we could have who will be the King of the Ring or the Queen of the Ring this year, Corey Graves says. I can tell you one thing right now, Renee Young said, it will not be Ric Flair. Renee Young says, I tell you right now, Corey Renee, Roadblock has beat a 2-time Hall of Onlooker, Ric Flair. He's beat the former NWA, WWF, WCW heavyweight fighter. And no one can say that they did that, but he did. And now we're going to take it, Wade Barrett says. Well, all right, Corey Graves said, take it away now to Mike today. Well, thank you, Corey Graves and Renee Young. I'm going to be talking with the newcomer, Roadblock, from G.I. Joe, from Hasbro's G.I. Joe. First off, Roadblock, welcome to the TWF, and you're now in the King of the Ring. Thank you, Mike, today. I'm thankful to be here in the Toy Wrestling Gathering. And I know that in the past, folks would come to, they come to big lots, and they would overlook me. They wouldn't buy me. But when they saw me at Ollie's, they bought me. Well, most likely, I would think that Gil Kim, the leadership under Force Setter to TWF, and the Force Setter and head leadership follower to TWF, Hunter Helmsley, and the under Force Setter and head running follower to TWF, Jeff Jarrett, thought that they should bring you in because Ollie's sold you less than for what big lots would. And you know what, Mike, today, I also beat Ric Flair. Some folks call him the dirtiest player in the game, but that's more of a belief. Very few men could say they had beat both the NWA, WWF, and WCW heavyweight fighter, but I did. Ric Flair, he might be a lot of things, but King of the Ring is never going to be one of them. You're right. Ric Flair has done many things. He's won sundriest winnings in MACW, WCW, WWF, WWE, none in TNAW, none in JCW, but he has never won the King of the Ring. Well, I could be the King of the Ring this year. Who am I going to be wrestling? I don't know, Roadblock. I don't know. We're going to find out. We're going to seek out tomorrow on Rampage or Ramthru who you're going to be fighting. Well, that's going to be, alright, everyone. That was my talk with Roadblock. Back to you, Corey Graves and Renee Young. Well, thank you, Mike, today. But before we go, I think we got to bind, with Ric Flair bitching with Astrodema. Hey, what kind of show you running here, astronomer? I lost to Roadblock. I lost to a Hasbro G.I. Joe doll. And your grounds is, Richard? I should have beaten him. I should be going into the King of the Ring. Woo! Not some wannabe rest keeper. Well, Ric Flair, you're the talk. You knocked off Buddy Rogers, and then Bobby Mandel knocked you off. Rick, you fought Roadblock, you lost. You should be dealing with losing by now. You lost sundriest matches in your 2-diff run in WWF WWE, your TNAW run, your 2-diff WWE run when you were wrestling. You won all your matches in the MACW, WCW first run, and your first run WWF, and your 2-diff run in WCW. You're not in the King of the Ring. I'm sorry. You're going to wish that you never fucked with me. And Rick, cursing's not cool, you know? Well, who cares if it is or is not cool? Well, it seems Corey Graves said that Ric Flair is not happy that he lost a Roadblock here today, and he's not in a King of the Ring or the Queen of the Ring. Well, that's all the time we got here. I, Corey Graves, Renee Young, and Wade Barrett. We hope you liked Friday Night Smackdown, and we'll see you tomorrow for Rampage or Ramfru.